what was the first Lugano report? This was my contribution to the millennium. In 1998, there was already a huge fuss about the millennium, people making stupid predictions. The world will come to an end more or less at midnight before the year 2000. And lots of people were making predictions. And I thought what we need is something, what I need is something that will allow me to go further than I have gone in my essay type books and write a fake report. That was the idea. A factual fiction, as I now call it, but a fake report written by a fake working group for a bunch of fake commissioners who were asking a single question. And their question for the millennium was, how can we make capitalism invulnerable in the 21st century? And the first Lugano report was the answer to that. And the answer is not a pretty one. The answer was basically, given the financial, social, and ecological mess that we were already in 1999, you cannot do it with 8 billion people on Earth. So either you change your question and your system, you say, how can we have a different sort of economy, or you have to get rid of quite a lot of useless, unproductive people who are hopeless from capitalism's point of view, worthless. So the solution is not Hitlerian. It's not putting people in concentration camps. It's just letting nature take its course and create more and more inequality so that those people really don't matter to those who have anything at all. And this would take care of the so-called population problem, which in a normal society doesn't have to be a population problem. Well, that was the first Lugano report. And this book did very well in some countries, like France and Spain. And since then, people particularly, because I live in France, I'm a French citizen, and my friends in France said, why don't you write another one? They started saying this to me in 2010. And I thought, no, I mean, don't go back to things and do sequels and so on. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought that we really did need something like that. And again, I decided to write another fake report by the same group that is meeting in a very beautiful and very calm and discreet villa in Lugano, above Lake Lugano in Switzerland. And they have privacy and they have everything they need. And this is where they are working. It's a group of about 10 people. In the second group, there are a couple of women. Before, there were no women at all. But this time, they have admitted 2 very smart women. And you don't see the process of their work, but they write a letter to the commissioners write a letter to them saying, this time, what we are asking you, and we appreciated your previous report, and this time we want to know, is there a terminal decline in the West, or can Western capitalism rise again and once more, more or less, they don't say it that way, but more or less dominate the world? And so the second report is an answer to a question which has become quite different in a world which is now almost entirely given over to neoliberalism. There are very few governments anywhere that are not neoliberal governments and are not practicing the kind of economy that neoliberals practice, which is to say the market should make all of the decisions, inequalities don't matter, there will be general enrichment if you allow the market to make these decisions, because the floor will move up for everyone, so people will not revolt, they'll be perfectly okay. You won't have social problems. You will find solutions to ecological problems in technology, this kind of ideology, and it goes much further than that, and I give a fuller description. So that's the story of the inception of the book. Why is it called How to Win the Class War? Because I like the quote from Warren Buffett, who is a very outspoken, as you know, very rich man, who said about 3 years ago, There is class warfare, all right, but it's my class, the rich class, that's waging that war, and we're winning. And that's honest. He's absolutely right. They are winning. The rich class has won through using the neoliberal ideology. So the answer to the question is written in the interests of those people who now run the world, that tiny, tiny slice of very powerful, very wealthy people that I call the Davos class. And they are the ones winning the war, and they are the ones running the world. So the answer, I'm not going to tell you the entire answer to it, but it is a technique that allowed me to go further than I would otherwise be able to go.